Hi, today we're diving into the Neo4j Python Driver. I'll show you how to set it up, connect to a database, and run your first read and write queries, all in just a few minutes. First, let's create a new project folder and go into it. Next, create a virtual environment for pulling in dependencies and running them. Import the Neo4j Python package with pip install neo4j. Now create an app.py file and open it with your preferred text editor or IDE. At the top of the file, we will import the Neo4j driver. Next, we're going to add in our Neo4j database credentials. Then we're going to create a main function. The main function will take two arguments, a Cypher query string and a dictionary of parameters. Inside the function, we will create a driver using the graph database as a context manager. We will use the credentials that we pulled in earlier. Then we'll run the driver's execute query command, passing in the query string and the parameters. Execute query is the newer and simpler API for running queries. It takes care of sessions, transactions, and retries automatically, so you don't need to manage those yourself. We'll also add the database name here, as the default is usually Neo4j. Now, this method returns three things: the records, a summary, and the list of keys. Most of the time, you'll probably only be interested in the returned records. These hold the actual data from your query. The summary is useful when you want to add additional details about the query execution, such as the query text, how many results were returned, or even querying profiling information. The keys represent the column names of the result set, essentially listing all the fields that were returned by your Cypher query. For the records, we're going to convert each one into a Python dictionary so they're easy to work with in regular Python. Now, in the main block, we define a Cypher query that finds all the books and then returns their titles. We use a parameter called limit so we can control how many results we get back. This is an example of how to parameterize values to Cypher queries to prevent injection attacks. Now we can call our function, passing in the query and parameters, and print the results. When you run this script, you'll see a small set of dictionaries containing the book titles pulled directly from Neo4j. And that's it, a clean read-only query using Python's official Neo4j Bolt driver with the modern execute query API. Write queries will run the same way, but with different Cypher queries. Create your own free Neo4j instance to try those out. So that's the Neo4j Python driver, your bridge between your projects and powerful graph databases. To learn more, check out our free Graph Academy courses where you can dive into easy to follow examples and level up your skills.